What's up, everybody? Live edition of Beyond the Diamond podcast here on the Apollo Podcast Network. Brian Lima, Apollo Dez back from vacation. Producer Josh behind the camera. Which camera am I looking at? That one or that one?
That one.
Okay. What's up, dude? Welcome
What's
back,
up,
man.
dude?
How was your vacay?
It's good. New York City was at Fanatics Fest. Super sick. Ruben put on a good little thing for the hobby, and you ready to get in chirp?
You are. Welcome back, dude.
Just love the chirps. Astros are back.
Garrett did a really good impression.
He did.
Of you on
He
Beyond the
did. I
Diamond
know. I
Live.
watched. I was
Yeah.
watching.
Oh, you were?
I was watching.
Yeah.
I was
It's like I
watching
said
on
to you in
YouTube.
the group text. Like if I'm not chirping you, I don't like you.
It's all right.
So
It's fine.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Astros are back.
Astros
Spencer
are back.
Getty said it last night. After
Um.
they won 6-0 against, not like it was a slouch. They hit the shit out of Corbin Burns.
So offline, I put a bunch of positions in the hat if you want to draw where you're playing tonight, because that's what the Astros are doing right now.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever played in Little League, in a futures game, outfield, you're probably going to get some run over the next 6 weeks. If you've been DFA'd or on the waiver wire, we're going to probably scoop you up, give you a chance.
There you go.
And you know what's going to carry us over the next 6 weeks? Pitching.
They
How poetic is that? Pitching is what's going to carry the Astros all the way through October.
They took a gamble.
Ooh. I don't have
Ben-
one. I don't have one again. I don't have one again.
Ben Gamble. How
Uh,
about it, huh?
build a statue.
No
Call
shit.
the mayor.
Yeah,
I mean, we're already playing the parade,
right.
but we have the Ben Gamble statue on
We
Louisiana
do.
Street. I
Yeah.
mean, quality at bats.
2 for 3.
Quality at bats.
Yeah, I love
Off,
it, man.
Off Burns. Off Burnsy too.
How about Shea Whitcomb?
Hey, how about
Couple
getting
RBIs.
on top of 95
Yeah, didn't
like
a
that?
couple of days ago he stuck a baseball into the fence at Minute Maid Park, and then he goes and has a couple RBIs against Corbin Burns and a really, really good Baltimore Orioles team. Yeah, man, what a win last night to start that series. A 4-gamer.
Yes.
So really big to get that first win. Obviously, Spencer Getty pitched well. How about it, Josh? We talked about this on Tuesday. Caleb Ferguson, another good inning. Or a couple innings.
He's getting his feet wet.
Yeah,
slowly getting
slowly.
Yep.
And also shout out to producer Josh, shout out to Garrett, shout out to you, Karen, for the last 3 episodes I've missed, because I was supposed to be here Tuesday, real quick.
Right. Yeah.
Sunday, I'm flying out of New York City, 4 p.m. flight.
Mhm.
Lady freaks out on the plane, 30-minute ordeal. We're about to take off after the 30 minutes. Ground all flights due to the weather. Finally canceled my flight due to weather at 2:30 in the morning. Couldn't get a flight on Monday. Had to get a flight on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Had to fly to New Orleans. Had a 3-hour layover. Then all the way got back here. So thank you guys for carrying the weight and all the comments, because I was trying to get back here for the Tuesday episode and just couldn't. I was that movie Terminal with Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Real thing.
classic.
Real thing. It was
Brushing your teeth in the sink.
it
in
was
the
terrible.
bathroom.
It was terrible. I would never wish that upon anyone. But in the meantime, Astros have been winning. I mean, just incredible baseball. Sweeping the Rays, taking 2 from the White Sox after dropping that explicable 5-4 game,
Yeah,
which is just kind of poetic. And then obviously felt like we gave away the Red Sox series. Felt like one of those series where just like we're bored.
yeah. It's one of those things where some of the young guys got some experience
Mm-hmm.
that maybe helped.
What
If
about
the Red Sox series doesn't happen, maybe Whitcomb learned some stuff and led to him having a good game.
keeping the guys
yesterday,
fresh. I think the big thing we'll see down the stretch is kind of the mix and match of all these lineups.
That's
I just feel like
guaranteed.
Yeah, don't get married. Don't get married to one lineup, because
No way. No way, man.
Alex Bregman, the first baseman.
Yeah, how about that?
You know what's crazy is Sean and I talked about it on the radio yesterday. What's today?
Today is Friday.
Because we do our live show
Show
on
every
Friday. We talked about it yesterday.
What show?
The Sean Salisbury Show on Sports Talk 790, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, or on the free iHeartRadio app.
Say, hey Alexa, play Brian Lalima.
Anyways, he came right out of the gate at like 6:05 a.m. and we were like kind of dicking around a little bit. Is the audio out? Or are we out?
Should be good.
Audio?
Yep. Is that Garrett Harrelson?
No, it's a Garrett.
Oh, Garrett
Harrison's
Harrison Lover. That's right.
01.
So we right out of the gate, like 6:05, he comes and he looks at me and we're on air and he said, Alex Bregman is going to play first base. And like I looked at him like he was crazy. Because at first, like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And so then we walked through every scenario and we broke it down. In order to get all of your players, like the best bats in the lineup, he has to play first
he
base.
has to.
Because you are not
Yeah.
playing Yordan Alvarez 35 straight games in left field.
I think he'll DH at home,
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, and Yordan will play left.
and Jordan will
Yeah.
play left, and then on a road series or in the road, he'll play first.
Yeah.
I held my breath every single time to a ball to left field yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
I got confidence.
That
in
was
big man.
Well,
That's
hold
going to be
on.
the biggest left field Jordan's
Yes.
tested.
But
tested
two,
in.
that leadoff hustle double that Baltimore had, the ball was like played up right to him, and they
Yeah.
it was the automatic
Why does
green.
that-
It was the
I feel like
automatic green
teams-
light. Didn't hesitate.
I've never seen that as much as I've seen it in the last week. Teams are doing that against the Astros
because
now.
the book is out. We don't have
Yeah.
arms in the outfield.
Yeah, even
It doesn't
even-
matter who
You know how
you
many
have.
balls
like
I've seen-
twice in the Red Sox series.
You know how many balls I've seen hit to like either Jake Myers into the gap in right center or right to right field, and guys are taking extra
My
bags?
skin's crawling. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have water guns in the outfield.
The only people that have cannons for arms are just not on the roster.
Kyle
Cabbage
Tucker.
and Leon, Pedro.
Pedro Leon,
like
yeah.
they're both down in AAA. Like,
Yeah, and obviously
and
Kyle Tucker
obviously
is.
Tuck's
He didn't even
scratched.
travel with the team to Baltimore, so he's
Labor Day, baby.
probably
I'm
doing
thinking
more.
Labor Day. I'm
probably-
thinking Labor Day.
Probably doing more hopping drills.
Thinking Labor Day.
I'm thinking mid-September
I'm thinking Labor Day. But look, hold on. Can I play devil's advocate real quick?
with.
Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, sure.
Don't bring him back until you have to. We've done the team's done the hard part, eating the deficit and
Yeah.
creating a lead.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a 3-game lead, a 2-game lead, 1-game lead,
I'm
you're
gonna say,
gonna play.
Where are you comfortable?
I'm comfortable at 5 right now.
Okay.
I mean, obviously
5.5.
5.5.
Yeah.
Obviously, these next 10 games are big, right? You have 3 more with Baltimore, 3 with Philly, right, and then 3 with Kansas City.
Kansas City. Yep.
Obviously, those are really big games. You like to have your MVP in there, but if you have a 5-game lead, don't bring him back until until you really have to. Obviously,
Yeah.
it sucks that you're pot committed this entire time, but
I mean, at some point, you're going to have to, like, you can't wait till the last week of September because he's got
he's got to get some run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then just going through our housekeeping notes. Old friend is back. Hector Neris.
Let's go.
Huge.
You want to clip it?
I love that.
You want to clip this one?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm looking in this camera.
Yeah.
I feel like is it?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Wait,
It's coming off a
wait.
little weird on the.
Vamp for a minute, though.
What's that?
I got to put a card in.
You got to put a card in, dude. It's an
Okay.
SD card.
SD card.
It's,
dude.
it's what records it.
So this is why we do
I learned it.
we do a live show
Yeah.
that everyone watching can see
Yeah.
how the clips come out.
Yeah.
4 versus Royals. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, because it's 4 versus Orioles and then 4 versus Orioles.
Ronnie, what's up, Rimsey?
Where?
Yes,
Ronnie's in here?
on IG. We should do an episode like Hot Ones at Big City.
Oh,
What a plug, Ron. That's how you keep sponsors happy, right there. Over on IG, the schedule is hard coming up. Yes.
oh, you met Ben? Y'all got to meet Ben?
We met Ben at the game. Awesome, dude.
I was gonna go, Ben, but Des didn't invite me, so
It's just
I couldn't go.
outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous.
Josh actually invited me, but I had plans
This is
already of not
outrageous.
being.
Yeah, I invited him.
He did invite me actually.
outrageous.
He said Des might be there. I don't know.
No, fine. You're right.
Have we bullied you into not doing the perm anymore?
No. Speaking
Here we
of,
go. Here we
speaking
go.
of,
Here we go. Yeah,
TSA
yeah, go ahead.
lady took my hair product, so I have to go to Amazon and buy some hair product now.
Damn.
She said, quote unquote, I see what you did here because I guess in my toiletry, like it dipped over or whatever. And she's like, oh, you try to clump it up. I was like, yeah, I woke up this morning, clump it up, said, I wonder if I can get one past the TSA agent today.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, with that attitude, I'm going to throw it away. I was like, well, I thought I was ready to be thrown away. So here we go. I felt alive again. I felt like chirping an umpire because I was like, what is it? TSA lady going to arrest me right now trying to get on this flight?
Yes.
Maybe. But it very much felt like I could chirp an umpire again. And I'm so passive aggressive with umpires. It brought me back to life.
Did it really?
It brought me. I was like, oh yeah. I woke up in the morning and said, hey, miss, I'm gonna make the
This is my
TSA
big
lady the
plan.
worst
Yeah.
for my hair product that Brian bullies me with.
What kind of product is it?
So let's just do the.
You wanna do the clip?
Let's do
Yeah,
the
go
clip.
for it.
Let's do the
All right,
clip.
so we're good. Good.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want me to say? You got it in the chamber. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Or are you
No,
gonna
I'm
have
ready.
Josh do the?
I'm ready.
You are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Hector Neris is back. The Houston Astros have acquired Hector Neris. He was DFA, cleared waivers from the Cubs. He is now back with the Houston Astros. Give me all that energy, baby.
Chicago Cubs, if you're poor, just say so. If you're poor, just say so. Look, because thank you. First off, thank you. 2, we got money. 3, call the mayor.
Plan the parade.
Play in the parade. Lock down Louisiana Street.
Let's go.
Because you just got a guy that can pitch in big innings. We talked about it. Talked about before everyone else about his leadership for this team in the bullpen and for the pitching staff. We talked about that gap that needed to be filled.
Yep.
Now you have a guy that you can trust in any leverage situation. And by the way, you can give Taylor Scott a breather.
Yeah.
Because he's throwing every game.
He was in a completely different role at the Chicago Cubs. He was basically their closer. Now he comes into a more of a middle relief role where he can thrive. They can fix a couple of things that Chicago obviously mess with because his number is a little bit elevated. Plus, you get the energy that you need, and you get to give some of these relievers a little bit of a breather who have been pitching their ass off all season. I love it. I love Hector Neris being back.
He's a glue guy in the bullpen.
Huge,
he's known as
huge
glue,
huge vibe guy.
Oh yeah.
The big thing too, this is where my brain goes. Think about playoffs already.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get to the 5th inning starters.
Yep.
Because you have, and the odd man out, whether it's Spencer, I think Spencer's probably going to be your Brad Peacock this year. He's going to eat 2-3 innings, be your bridge guy. Scott can be there in the 5th. Neris can be there in the 6th. And then you have your big 3 that you paid a lot of money for 7, 8, 9. And ladies and gentlemen, games are going to get short. And you have the starting pitching the way they're doing. Yeah. Justin Verlander looked great.
Yeah,
my take of him not pitching in the ALDS is going to look terrible because he looked sitting 95. Commanding the zone. The 2 runs he gave up were they took an extra bag on Chaz and they took a weird hop off the base of the Crawford box as Jordan misplayed. That's the only 2 runs they got. I mean, you get that Justin Verlander. You have Hunter pitching, like I said, the 2019 Garrett Cole. You have Framber Valdez being Framber Valdez.
There's a world where this I kind of brought it up a few weeks ago. We'll see what the full roster is once we get there. But there's a world where this pitching staff is better than the 2022 pitching staff.
We
talked about this.
Dog.
We talked about this the other day.
I don't hate it.
We talked about this the other day on last Friday. We talked about it. We looked, or were you here when we were talking about all the different pitching staffs?
It was
either way. We had just talked about it either in the last.
Oh yeah, we did the voting.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's now with it's starting to look pretty formidable.
Look, we know the recipe. Pitching wins in October.
Yeah.
You have a bullpen that could be as dominant as 22. You have starters that are going to go 5-6 innings. Hey, offense, go have fun.
Yeah.
Go do what you do best in October, and that's just score runs and bunches. But if you have to get in a 2-1 game, a 3-2 game, a 1-0 game, you have a staff and a bullpen that can really, really carry some weight come October. And there's what was the movie with Endgame, right? Avengers Endgame. It's not a spoiler. Tony Stark.
A little indie film.
But when Pepper's like, you can rest now.
Oh,
that's all of Houston to Ronel Blanco. Just thank you.
Ronel Blanco and Taylor Scott.
You can rest now. Because you carried. You can't tell the story of the 2024 World Series Houston Astros champions without Taylor Scott, without Seth Martinez, and without Ronel Blanco. Yeah. Simple as that. Because we're not here without them. Down this stretch, I don't know how much they're going to be used, but thank you, because we're not 5.5 up and Scott Service getting fired on his off day.
Hey,
by a Bleacher Report.
Get into that?
Dude. Yeah, this probably could be a clip as well. But could you imagine you're in the middle of a division race, you're 5 back of your arch rival, the Astros,
and 5's not a huge number.
It's not a huge number. That's what I'm saying. You're 5 back in the middle of a division race. There's about 35 games left, and you fire your manager and your hitting coach.
Well, and they're saying he's the problem. Is what they're trying. He's almost a scapegoat of this is why we've.
Yeah, it's a. I confess he did it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not hitting. Fire the hitting coach. Oh, our pitching's not very good over the last couple outings. Scott Service has got to go.
Has nothing to do with employing a whole roster of 600 OPS hitters.
Yeah, it's the manager.
Did you see what Cameron Maben said?
No, I have it bookmarked on my Twitter, but I haven't been able to watch it yet.
He basically alluded to the fact that Service is not a clubhouse dude. That he doesn't have the guys back. He doesn't have an open door.
Which is crazy because the dude played in the big leagues. Yeah, he was an Astro at one point.
It's apparently he comes off as
an asshole,
but in a
dick,
but in a sheepish way. I think is what
really
comes up. I
think he's one of those guys you can't trust. You
he's
can't
not vibing.
Yeah, I can only trust him as far as I could throw him type guy.
That's kind of what he said it in the nicest way possible, but it just sounded like he just is not a dude that a team rallies behind.
Wow. That's crazy.
Because he shouted out Brandon Hyde and Stephen Vogt and some of those dudes that are dudes that you love, and he seems like the opposite.
Hey, shout out Dontre. He said I live here in Seattle. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's a Houston guy.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, good timing on that comment from Taylor. Let's set this up.
Someone said already told my boss to close the office on Louisiana Street. Let's fucking go.
I just really wish you would stop stealing my saying. Thank you.
That's not your saying.
Yes, it is.
It's not your saying.
Yes, it is.
I've been saying it since we were 7 and 19 like an idiot.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You heard me say one day, and you're like, dude, Lalima, that's perfect. I'm going to start saying that. I said, okay, that's fine. No. Just give me credit. And now all of a sudden you're tweeting it out and you're getting like 1 billion fucking likes.
Just because
you got 1 billion followers and you can't even, give credit to the little people.
Just because
it's sad, man.
Because I can't say, hey, Alexa, play the Apollo Death Show. And unlike you, I bet you at the house when you get bored, you're just like, hey, Alexa, play the Brian Lalima Show. And it's like, iHeartRadio plays your show. That's pretty cool, dude. That's my saying.
No, I don't actually do that. It's my saying.
It's my saying.
Josh, whose saying is it?
Yeah, choose your favorite child right now. Do it. Do it.
I love both my parents. Please don't get divorced.
You're going to get 2 Christmases. Oh, man.
All right, let's introduce our friend over here.
What were you reading?
I was reading. Sorry, I was catching up.
Oh.
They were moving pretty quick. Do you have the camera to rotate?
Yeah, I got it.
Camera two. In studio for the first time. Second time.
Something like that.
First official time. Man that needs no introduction.
Introduce him.
Viral
Stafford is here.
Viral OG. Astros Twitter.
Oh my God. Go to camera 2.
Tyler Stafford.
Jesus. There we go.
What's up? Yeah.
Gonna be doing content with us, doing sales with us. So if you have a company, reach out to him.
There you go.
We're gonna rip some packs today.
Yeah.
But also, let's first off give us your to the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are, 1 to 10 on the season, and where were you at the lowest?
Okay, so I've watched every season ever, right, of the Astros. My claim to fame is I figured out in college how to stream the Astros on MLB. I've had to figure out a VPN in like 2010 so I could watch just the awful teams. Saw every out of the 2011 season. Yeah, you're welcome. I think I might be the only person.
You definitely are.
I taped the games and watched them in full after because I'm a psycho. That being said, here's my hot take. The season is more fun when the Astros are not just obliterating the competition.
Yeah.
Right? Like so much of the joy of baseball is the grind of 8 months. And when the season is over in May, it's fun because you're like looking forward to the playoffs. But like, dude, I'm not checking in for an A's game at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. I'm just not, right? This year, I'm watching every game. I'm reading afterwards because every game matters. And, again, that's first world problems to be like, man, we're so good that it's not fun anymore. But what about y'all? Like this season feels different in that every game has that like wild card atmosphere, right?
Yeah. It's been it's been a different season. Like, I think in the first, what were they? 12-24, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever they were.
Yeah.
Like for us here, like on our podcast, like it was like, holy shit, like the Astros are not very good right now.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for me is like they were finding ways to lose rather than finding ways to win. And we haven't seen that over these last, the golden age, at least. Like, I remember in those 2011, 2012 years, like being a kid in college and coming back home for the summers and buying $5 tickets and sitting like second row and no one was in the building. Right. And then they started to get a little bit better and a little bit better. And then it was the start of the season was just so different because I was watching a team that literally found ways to win. Or I'm sorry, found ways to lose. And I'm like, what the is going on? Then everything gets into, comes into a heightened mode, right? Jose Abreu struggles. Everyone's like tired of seeing him, continue to get in the lineup. Then it's, does Joe Espada have control of his clubhouse, or is he too friendly with the guys? Where's Jeff Bagwell at? Like, what's he doing in all these moves? Like, everything is under a microscope because winning cures everything. And then he started slowly, a little bit slower, or things started to turn as the season went on. And then, they sent down Jose Abreu, and that's, to me, that's the turnaround. Like, and that's nothing against Jose Abreu, but like, that's the turnaround. So long story short, I would say I've paid more attention this season than in seasons past, just because I'm like, when's the turnaround? Like, at some point this team is going to make the switch and they're going to figure it out, or we're in for a really long season.
Or it was football season,
and like
and
everyone's going to turn to the Texans at some point. That's the craziest part, because we haven't seen that in 8 years or whatever it's been.
I think for me, there was just that leadership void of, people love to hate on Maldi. The leadership from Brantley and Neris was huge. You had all the injuries. You had a rookie head coach. And I felt like how Brian said, like, we were just finding different ways to lose. Like that Yankee series, it just felt like we should have swept the Yankees, and we're like 0-4 to start. And then, we throw a no-hitter, we're back. And then we lose like the next 5. It just felt like this is weird. But it also felt like Joe Espada was trying to figure out who he was as a manager for like that first 5-6 weeks. And we should have known that. Like, looking back, like anytime there's a new manager at your work, or a new boss, or someone you report with, you on your team,
the assistant for 20 years, like there's things you got.
Because then you're the guy in charge.
And you're just trying to figure out who you are as a manager, right? Because he learned from Girardi, he learned from AJ, he's learned from Dusty, he's learned from so many people. I mean, hell, he can call his own brother-in-law up, and it's Coach Hyde over there, and he's a pretty good team over there in Baltimore, and has some pretty good young guys and all that stuff. So it felt like you were just trying to figure out who he was as a human being, as a manager. And then once that happened, okay, now the Astros starting to warm up a bit. You're starting to win. You got to Mexico, and that, just to be able to reset was just huge. Shout out to Major League Baseball for putting us in that Mexico series, because it was just the game-changing thing, and they've been lights out. And obviously the Jose Abreu thing.
Yeah.
But I think health, like Hunter Brown, and just looking like the Hunter Brown we all thought in our brain was going to be like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we were waiting on it. We're like, okay, no, he's good. I promise. I promise he's good.
And he's a stud. I mean, Spencer Eric Giddy's going to go out and give you 6 innings and strike out 9 guys. This seems like every single night now. Framber, I have to give Framber roses here, because I was hypercritical of him when he was kind of in that good for 2 starts, bad for a start. 3 years ago,
roses, man. Doesn't he feel like a guy that like has strong opinions on roses?
He or Outcast.
Yeah, exactly.
With Framber, it was like, hey, dude, this was cute 3 years ago. Like, it's Framber being Framber. Like, no, you have to be a grown up. You have to anchor this rotation.
You're the vet.
You're the grown up. You're the old guy in the room.
Was out. Yeah, he was the old guy.
And he's been nailed since then. Like, I think he's 10-2, 11-2. So, tip a cap to him. And it just, I think this team can win it all. And it's the pitching. And in October, we know. I don't know if any other team in the American League would take their staff and their bullpen over the Astros staff and the Astros pen. I think every team's going to be like, I want that.
Well, I mean, you mentioned it with, Framber getting locked back in, Hunter coming and really finding his groove. I think that's what the Jose Abreu moves did. It's not addition by subtraction. It's a wake-up call for
Mm.
everybody of, hey, man, this dude's a veteran. We love him. We're paying him a ton of money. He's not getting the job done. He's not going to be on this team. We have expectations, and you don't get to just float by because of what you did the year before. Like, we have a goal that we're trying to hit this year, and if you're not helping us do it right now, you're not on the team. You're just not. And I think that is the moment that codified Espada in the clubhouse. It codified Brown being the guy that really controls the roster, right? And so that is really, I think, what started that catalyst.
Yeah. It almost feels like of this golden age. And I think also one of the big things too, the baseball gods are a real thing, because there's no way this team is going to keep this sustained success for almost a decade now if the baseball gods weren't, hey, thank you for taking the fall for a league-wide thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for being the scapegoat. Thank you for doing all this, because we've seen empires in baseball, right? We've seen the 90s Yankees. We've seen the 90s Braves. We've seen the Giants. The Cardinals had their run. The Red Sox. The Astros are now in that conversation for the rest of the time. But for the Astros to keep doing this longer than a lot of those teams, I think it's the baseball gods being like, hey, you guys deserve this because you took a fall for something that was happening across the entire sport. And I'm not a hyper religious person, but I do believe in the baseball gods for some reason. And I just think that it's something that you can't explain. Jose Altuve is the most hated person on planet Earth, yet he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer and the greatest second baseman of all time. Like, the baseball gods are real, and I just thank you for being on our side.
I think also, like, one of the things that you just hit on was like the sustained success. Like, this window's not closed. Like, we were talking about it in the group chat last night. Like, I listed the pitching staff for next season. Like, next season's pitching staff is going to be sick, regardless of like.
Oh, by the way, you have like $150 million to spend for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
by the way, we can spend money.
Whatever happens with this season, like, at the end of the day, I think when they win the division and however long the playoff run is, like, this is going to be one of the most satisfying division wins of all time.
I actually haven't bought a division championship shirt since 2017.
If you are, do it this year.
I may buy one this year.
Just because of all the injuries, all the adversity, everything that this team has had to go through. But, like, let's look into just next year just real quick, because I know we're about to what are we doing here? Rip some packs. Thank you. Next year, Framber Valdez, Justin Verlander, Hunter Brown, Ronel Blanco, Spencer Arrighetti. Those two specifically, Blanco and Spencer Arrighetti, will be after a full year of service at the major league level. Then you have Lance McCullers and Luis Garcia coming back, fully healthy.
Hopefully.
Am I missing anybody? Who am I missing?
We don't know about JV. We don't know about JV yet.
But
I think JV's.
Let's ask that question real quick.
I thought JV was still under contract.
No. He had to pitch 130 innings this season to.
But that's good. We didn't get him back for.
I thought it was a player option.
No, it was a vesting option. He had to pitch 130 innings. So he's
not
a free agent. Do you think the Astros get him back? And whether it's the Astros or not, what contract do you think
Justin Verlander?
Yeah, he's looking for.
I mean,
1 year, $12 million.
Yeah.
You think 12? You think that's it?
He's got to go somewhere with a lower deal because no one's going to pay him a shit ton of money, and he's only probably got 2 years left.
I mean, if he shoves down the stretch here, he's still Justin Verlander. I mean, he's old.
No, I agree.
I agree, but I just don't think anybody's going to pay him that.
I just don't know if he's going to go from 30. What does he make it? 35 mil this year?
Yeah.
From 35 down to 12. I don't. That's
Justin Verlander, you're only getting $12 million this year.
I'm just saying, he's Justin Verlander. I don't think he signed for less than 20.
So I'll
give him 20.
His option, so his vesting option doesn't kick in because of the innings. I thought it was a player option.
No, he had to pitch 130 innings.
I know the innings, but I thought it was a player option, meaning he could opt out, and if he did hit it, then he's in for the final year.
I don't know whose thing it was, but like basically because he didn't pitch 130 innings, the Astros don't have him under contract. I don't know how, whether that's his choice or the club choice. I don't remember.
Gotcha. Okay.
He wants that 300 number. He wants 300.
Oh yeah, 100%. Where's he at?
260.
I mean, here's the thing though. Verlander's in like legacy building mode at this point. You know, like, look, I'm not turning down $20. I don't blame him for turning down. You know, if he gets $8 million more dollars somewhere. But at a certain point, you have to weigh the options of, hey, when I'm retiring and I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame, wasn't it weird to have this 4-month Mets hat on my baseball reference page? Like, wouldn't I want to just be
of it?
I would
the Tigers, Astros? Again, look, if somebody offers him substantially more money, you can't turn that down. But I do think there is a very real.
I think
both sides want to come together. Yeah,
That's spot on.
Well, because I do think he regrets that Mets trip.
I mean,
I think
everyone regrets playing for the Mets.
Everybody died.
Yeah, like,
I think
name
he took
one
words right out of my
player.
mouth.
He came back and he was like,
Call me the
"Thank
king of
God
Queens,
I'm
baby.
back."
38 milli. I'm
Yeah.
going up there.
So I think it was a very much like, the grass is not greener on the other side.
No,
Like,
uh-uh.
Yeah.
like, we're
And also, I
18 years.
think you have to look at, like, you talk about the legacy building. Like for Verlander, he can't just go to a team that's not gonna win. He's
No.
got to stay. He's got to be with the team that's gonna win, because that'll give him most opportunities to win.
But again, even if it's the Dodgers, the Yankees, like teams that have the chance to win, like, are they substantially closer than what you would make up with finishing your career
Yeah.
with a team that you have really
Yeah.
put
He's
work into?
Yeah, he's got to look at like the big picture of, all right, we've already left Houston once and we've gone and we've experienced playing for the Mets. It obviously didn't work out. He got injured.
Sometimes
so that
you
didn't
study
help.
abroad, dude.
Dude,
Sometimes you study abroad.
just stay here. Take get you $24 million.
Take it two for 24.
Get a $24 to $30 million deal for 2 years. End your career here, and let's go.
Okay, as we're about to rip cards, Justin Verlander has worn 35 his entire career, but one time. In 2005, he wore a different number his rookie year. Do you know what number that is?
I was reading a stat. What'd you say? I wasn't listening.
You see that? You see that?
At least
chat?
I admitted it.
Chat, you see that? Just unbelievable.
I'm
Justin
trying to
Verlander.
picture the rookie card. I can like picture
What numbers
the
he's
shape
worn?
of it, but I don't know. If
He's
that's
won 30. He has worn 35 his entire
Was
career.
it- was
but
it
in 2005,
59.
that's a really good. Damn,
Was that it?
that's 59 was spot on.
Let's go. I have the card. Yeah, I was trying to like picture where it was.
In 2005, Justin Verlander wore 59.
He wore
There we
59.
go.
He
All right.
pitched
Crazy.
Speaking of baseball cards,
11 innings.
Yeah, good segue. You ready to do some rip some packs or whatever?
All right. So
Rips
y'all
pack.
What are we doing?
Each grab your stack.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is y'all are each gonna rip
Stat.
these 3 packs.
Grow up, dude.
You're each gonna rip these 3 packs. So you have this identical 3 packs. You're gonna build. You're gonna pick 3 hitters and 2 pitchers.
Okay.
Out of your packs.
Okay.
And the audience is gonna vote on
Who has the best team?
who has the best team.
Okay.
We might
So
do.
we have a.
dude, have y'all been into like a local card shop like this
I haven't-
that has
I
just
used,
old stuff like this?
we used to go when I was younger, we would go to a badass card like comic book store
Yeah.
at the Deerbrook Mall.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what it was called, but dude, that was like our Friday night trip.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's there anymore. Like, I miss stuff like this.
No.
Like,
So we have a
this is-
92 rookie card set and a 2024.
Yeah. So this one right here is
okay.
this big league baseball. So these are kind of almost in the same vein of backyard baseball. Like it's a very like animated style card. So it's not going to be your classic tops, but these are all from this year. So Des rip
We're gonna pull
those and,
Skeens.
yeah. These are going to be, if you're only carrying them. Oh, heck yeah. We got some.
Ooh,
Yeah. They're cool looking cards, man. Yeah. Show those off. Go
Hold
on.
on.
Yeah. We'll pull the table closer.
So how many pitchers do I get?
3.
Okay.
3 pitchers and 3 hitters, or which one?
Oh, you're done
Yeah,
now.
that's
you,
great,
are,
Jack.
you are cooked.
Yeah, I gotta.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're even more cooked, bro. Oh,
all
my
right,
God.
show-
I don't
yeah.
even know what.
I got Snell.
Is Yamamoto even?
Yeah.
Oh, you're screwed, dude. I got Mike Trout, dude.
He's hurt, so it doesn't count.
Hey, did you see Mike Trout pull Mike Trout his rookie
Oh,
card with his
wasn't that
kid?
great?
That's
Yeah.
insane.
All right, so
Did you see it? I know you're not in the hobby.
I did see it. I did
No,
see
it was
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
$2 million
Yeah.
card.
I know. All right, so are we making our teams right now, or are we just showing what we pulled?
No, just show the cards right now and just
Okay.
you can kind of see.
So I pulled.
Soriano, Alex
I pulled. Oh wait, this way.
Paredes.
Bryce Harper,
Oh man.
Bo Bichette, Bobby Witt Jr., who's right there in the hunt for
I'm
MVP,
screwed.
and Emmanuel Clase, who is absolutely filthy.
Oh, unreal.
So those are
What,
I got a
what-
lot of rookies.
Did you get any insert? What's that one does? That purple one?
We got
What's it say on there?
Pete Crow.
I got a Mason Wynn to the moon. What is that?
Yeah, so some of these have. Oh, you got a cool insert over there too, Brian.
Yeah,
That
one's
circle
pretty
one.
cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
that to the. Oh, show that one off. That one's
to the
cool.
moon. That's pretty sweet.
Okay, it's Brian. Brian's definitely beating me right now. But
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and then I got Yamamoto, but isn't he hurt?
he's hurt.
Okay, so that's out. And
We're,
Alexis,
we're about to pull people from
Yeah, I'm about to-
1992,
oh,
so
92.
Okay,
we're not going to go like, well, he's 70, so
Oh, you're screwed. I got Orion Sandberg.
oh,
oh,
sick.
nice, dude.
That plays.
Is that a rookie? 92.
We
No,
pulled a 92.
Wait, how many are we doing? 3 and what?
Who are the top 92 cards we could pull?
I'll pull it up.
Maybe 3 pitchers, 4 hitters. I don't know whatever y'all think.
Scott Cool.
It's not a full team.
Coolbaugh
That's
is
too
not
much.
a real name.
Dwayne Henry.
Frank. I have a hot take. If you put me in 1992 in my prime, like college hitting, I could probably bat 250 in the show. Want that
No,
100%.
Juan Beringer.
100%.
no,
100%.
no chance.
100%. All the aces will
Ted
get me
Power.
out. I will rake off their 3, 4, 5 in the rotation. Some guy drinking a
Ooh.
beer.
Bernie Williams.
You
not
saw
bad.
Martin Maldonado hit, right?
Luis Soho, Tim Hewlett,
Willie
Mark
McGahee.
Salas, Jose Melendez, Kirk Stillwell,
Andy Ashby.
Lee Gutterman, Roy Smith,
Frank-
Storm Davis, Cecil Fielder. Come on,
There you
bro.
go.
Hey, Frank Castillo, isn't that the guy
God,
from
you are cooked.
isn't that the guy
Steve
from
Farr,
The
Eric
Departed?
Davis.
Isn't Castillo? Ooh, I got Crucky, John Kruk,
Better media
Harold
personality
Reynolds.
than he was.
I have a
big leaguer.
ESPN.
Harold Reynolds. There you go.
Either y'all have any good
Carlos
Astros
Burks,
cards
no.
at all?
I got
Jose
one.
De Leon, Mike Moore, Chili Davis,
Please
Billy
tell me this is
Rifkin.
a-
Okay,
damn it,
my
brother,
team
brother.
is not gonna win 10. I'm gonna be the Los Angeles Angels of
Mark Guthrie. Oh, Steve Finley.
With
Former
Trout,
Astro.
right? Des?
Trout.
Yeah,
With
so
Trout,
it
I'm
is,
literally
yeah.
the
Craig
Angels.
Oh, is
Hubler,
that an
Bill
Astro
Landrum.
card? Huh? The Steve Filling card? That's an Astros card?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold
sick.
it up to higher. That's sick.
Oh, cool. That's the. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's
Heck
cool.
Yeah, those are the cool unis.
Tim Sherrill.
Greg
I got
Gagne,
another Bernie
Devin
Williams.
White, Steve Billy
Tim Hullett.
Billy Spears.
Oh, Charlie Hayes, bro. Check
Oh.
that out. Played with
Hey,
2 of his kids.
speaking
Played
of
against 2 of his
Bobby
sons.
Witt
Oh,
Sr.
nice.
Oh, no way.
I'll trade you the father for the son.
Doug DeZenzo.
Greg Swindell. Hook him.
Pete
Can't go with
Harnish.
you there.
Wait, did you pull Zach DeZenzo's dad?
Yeah.
Wait, Zach DeZenzo's dad played in the show.
Oh, no. Descenzo.
Oh.
Sorry, I mispronounced it.
I was gonna say they showed his dad. And
Andre Dawson.
didn't
There's
peg him as
another
a big
one.
leaguer.
BJ Surhoff. All right. Well,
Jake McDowell,
Heck
Mike
yeah.
Harvey, Jay Buhner. Okay.
I'm actually kind of screwed
Jay
because
Buhner,
I only have
man.
one good pitcher.
You remember him on the Ken Griffey Nintendo game?
Yeah.
Dude,
But I
Jay
think-
Buhner raked
So
on that game.
The last, so build your current team, and then the last wrinkle is Tyler has one pack over there
Oh yeah.
that y'all are gonna. He's gonna open, and y'all are gonna get to pick 2
I-
cards blind out of that.
3
pack.
hitters.
What do y'all think? 3 hitters, 3 pitchers, or what?
Yeah, just I
3
mean,
hitters. Yeah.
yeah.
My team's not good, guys.
You got to make some trades too. If
All right. Well, Bobby
Brian's
Witt-
stacked on pitchers, you gotta give some. I got another Bill Spires. Man, he was my favorite player as a kid. Bill Spires and Sean Barry. You remember
I
Sean
remember
Barry's
Sean
like
Barry.
pink bat that
Yeah.
he had?
Sean Barry, Billy Spires. Oh,
Yeah.
Sean Barry played third base.
Man, we used to go like at Disney World. We'd go see spring training games, and I remember just loving Spires and Sean Barry.
I have no pitching.
I have no pitching either. I got Bryce Harper, Bobby Witt Jr., and Andre Dawson.
I had a bunch of rookies in my.
Who's better? Who was better, Andre Dawson or Bo Bichette?
Oh, I
I feel like Andre Dawson.
got some pitching over here, so somebody's gonna have to give something up here. I got a Bill Doran. That's fun.
So no, don't tell him what you got.
Okay, I have my
So
2 pitchers.
Tyler, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick the best cards out of that pack. All right, best 4 or 5 or whatever, however many are good, and they get to blind trade out one of their.
All right, I
players.
got 2 good pitchers and 2 good hitters.
There you go.
Uh,
have my 3 hitters and my 2 pitchers.
So it's the luck of the draw. So what do you got? Yeah, space them out to where you can see them. So yeah, who's your hitters?
Trout.
Put them up and down, not left and right. Like put your 3 hitters on top and then your 3 pitchers on bottom.
Trout, Ryan Sandberg, and Jay Buhner.
Not bad.
And then pitching, I got Snell and Greg Swindell.
Oof. You don't have a third pitcher?
There's just a person in there. You can
just pick anybody.
All right, so I got Bobby Witt Jr.
All right.
I've got Bryce Harper, Andre Dawson, and Emmanuel Clase. And I'm screwed pitching wise.
All right, I got two pitchers, so you can blind pick here, and both of them are going to improve your teams. One much more than the other. So
wait, so I can use, even though Yamamoto's hurt, can I use him?
Yeah,
of course.
Okay, I got Yamamoto.
All right.
Okay.
So there, I'm good.
All right, which one are you going with? Left or right hand, Des?
Right hand.
Right hand? Very good choice. There you go.
Ooh, Smoltzy.
Oh man,
Here you go. Consolation prize, but
oh, Doug Drabeck, baby, let's go.
Hey.
Both great pitchers.
All right, so whose team's winning?
I mean, it's
Fight it out. What do we think?
I have
Who are you throwing game
Hall of
1?
Famers.
Who are you throwing game 1? And what's your lineup? 1, 2, 3.
Let's ask this, Des. If it's the playoffs, are you taking Smoltz starter, or do you want him as the fireman?
Smoltz starter.
Okay.
You gotta go Smoltz starter. I have a sneaky good team.
Yeah.
Sneaky good team. Sneaky good team.
All right.
All right.
Let me see.
We're gonna make this a video, right? On IG.
You also get special points for the Blake Snell having the refractor.
Yeah, there's a
chrome
refractor.
on it.
There's a little chrome on
that. Means
that.
you get the game after his no hitter. It's not. It's
it's not the
perfect,
no hit,
but
yeah.
it's he's got it in him, man. We just saw it a couple weeks ago.
All right. Let's see. I think I'm voting for Brian's team, to be honest.
It's tough, yeah.
I mean, those hitters are Bobby Witt and Harper, and then you have Clase closing it out and Yamamoto.
Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Dylan Cruz to make his Nationals debut Monday.
Way.
Dylan Cruz to the show.
already.
I didn't even know he was in AAA.
To the show.
Good.
Dude,
I
I
was
have
breaking.
from 2 years ago. They had a USA Baseball pack, and I have a Dylan Cruz 18 or 22 and under. He's in an American jersey.
That's so sick.
Yeah, dude, I gotta pull that one out. It's cool.
I love that. This was actually a really good thread I saw on Twitter as we're rounding out the last 15. This is from Astros Muse, @StrosMuse_. He did what was life like the last time the Astros missed the ALCS.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fortnite had not been released. Otani was still playing in Japan. Neymar Jr. played for Barcelona. Brian just turned 50. That was weird. That was a weird thing they posted on there.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Good
The
touch.
kids that are starting college this year were in 5th grade.
Yep.
Wow.
Joe Flacco was a Raven. Flacco.
He was the lead.
Andre Johnson was still on the Texans.
Damn.
Chris Bryant just won NL MVP. Westbrook just won NBA MVP. Luka was 17.
Oh my God.
The defending NFL champion was Peyton Manning's Broncos. And the 28-3 comeback had not happened. So a really good Twitter thread
Man,
with
that's
everything.
wild.
TikTok did not even exist yet.
What were we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What were we doing?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Hey, we were talking earlier about the Astros, kind of being in this dynasty mode. And you mentioned the 90s Braves and the leadership. Did y'all see the clip of Greg Maddux
Yeah.
and Jeff Bagwell.
Yeah, so Greg Maddux had his personal catcher talking,
dude,
about how he basically set
unreal.
up Bagwell to like basically hit
Yeah,
a home run
walk
off
us
of him.
through the
Dude,
the clip.
I honestly, like, you got to like. I'm not going to be able to do it justice. So I watched this yesterday morning. Like he basically, and I'm probably going to butcher the hell out of this. So he basically says, "Don't throw inside," but then he says, "Throw inside," knowing that Bagwell's going to hit it out, just
the
so
guy
he can
on
send him up on
second-
the outside corner, right?
The guy on second tip signs.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
tip location.
Yeah.
So the original game plan was, hey, we're gonna throw Bagwell everything away,
Away, right?
and then whoever's on second baseman tip to, and Maddox called time, brought the catcher out, and changed the game plan. Like, let's go inside.
And this was like an 8-0 game.
Yeah.
It's like the 7th inning. Maddox is dominating. It's in, September or whatever. It's a month away from the playoffs.
That's right.
They know they're going to be playing each other later. So Maddox says
It's to set him up for the playoffs.
he talks to the catcher and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to just throw him this meatball inside." Or he shakes off the catcher. The catcher's like, "Don't do that." It's gonna
don't
be bad."
throw inside.
Maddox isn't even able to tell him. Maddox just throws this fastball inside. Bagwell crushes it. 2-run homer. He's running around the bases. The catcher comes back to the dugout. I was like, "Man, what are you doing?" And Maddox says to him, "Just wait. We're going to see these guys again in a month, and he's going to have that pitch in his head." And then it cuts to the playoffs, and the same situation is up. There's a guy at second. Bagwell's up. But now the game matters.
Yeah.
And Maddox is thinking back to 6 weeks ago. I set this guy up to where if I tip this way, he thinks it's a fastball inside, and he throws him 3
Everything
straight
away.
changes.
Change
And
up,
Bagwell
change
just
up.
swings out of his shoes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's insane, man.
It gave me goosebumps, man.
If you ever
My
like,
childhood. My childhood.
Josh tweeted it out. We stood no chance.
no,
Yeah.
if
Like,
you
no.
zero chance. We stood
if
against the
you
Braves.
ever
that's how the Mariners feel now, right?
like,
Yes.
Like it's the same thing. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how good the team is, they have
The
some
Astros are gonna have
special
our number.
juice over there, and it's the institutional knowledge. Like we said, Neris coming back. Like there is value to these guys who are like, I remember the small stuff that we were doing when we were dominating, and it's those little things that you miss. They build up over time where you don't have that same knowledge, and bringing guys back in like that, I think really does make a difference, especially for the playoffs.
did you see the video of Barry Bonds and Greg Maddox sitting down and
Unreal.
like one's watching the
Yeah.
clip?
I
and the
can't
ones,
wait for this.
I could watch 8
baseball
hours of
documentary
that a day.
in while.
watching and listening to what Greg Maddox did as a big leaguer, and he barely threw 90 miles an hour, and just how smart he was with his sequencing and stuff
Yeah.
like that, just to go off script and to purposely throw a ball down and in so Bagwell can hit it out because he knew in the playoffs he'd strike his ass out just because he remembered that. Like, I could watch that type of stuff all day.
This
And
might-
also to like listen to Barry Bonds talk.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think about the steroid era. Barry Bonds is the greatest hitter
Greatest
of all
hitter
time.
ever.
Yeah.
And to
I
listen
do
to
care
him,
what you think, and you're wrong.
Listen-
You,
listening to him go through his mindset about facing Greg Maddox.
Oh.
And he said, "Oh yeah, he's feeling good about that one. He's probably going to try to challenge me or what. I forgot
Yeah.
exactly the verbiage.
cut her in.
And he cut her in, and he
He's
does
like, don't
it.
come in the kitchen.
Yeah,
or
he's like,
something
don't.
that.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you can't do that, and he's feeling good about it, and he does it, and he hits it out because he knew it was coming. And I'm like, dude, he's facing freaking Greg Maddox. Like, it's insane. And Greg Maddox on the other side of it is walking his way through it, and he's like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
This might
Like,
be the first
can
time
you-
ever that I'm like anticipating an MLB Network like
Ooh,
release.
that's a good take.
It's
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
Sunday night they're
Yeah.
releasing it.
Can you make just a formal call to anybody in the Astros organization, people out like whoever? I want you to come in and us have conversations about specific like I want you to say, "Oh yeah, it's 1-0. He threw this sinker away. I can tell the last couple of batters he hadn't had a feel for his changeup. This is what that is what I want to hear. Like
Come on the
in.
show.
Yeah, come on the show.
One of my favorite conversations we've ever had. We had and honestly, we should repost it just because we have so many new followers now compared to in 21.
oh man, you talking
We got to sit down when Brent
about Brent
Strom.
Strom.
Yeah. Oh,
Unbelievable.
This was before
Genius.
Game 4 of the World Series. We have him on the podcast. He's in the hotel room. He's like, boys, I only got 15 minutes for you guys. We went like an hour and 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at like 8:00 in the morning our time. too.
Yeah, and like leading up to
That's
Game
lunchtime,
4 of the
dude,
World
Brent.
Series.
Literally going into Game 4 of the World Series.
And one of my favorite baseball conversations I'll ever have in my entire life is like we were talking about kind of the same thing, recalling moments in time. Obviously, we weren't playing, but he was coaching, and we talked about how the Dodgers in 17 were using what's his
Morrow.
name?
Brandon
Brandon Morrow.
Brandon
yeah.
Morrow, yeah.
Games 1 through 4, and this was using him, and he was dominant, and they kept using him. And I was like, hey, back then, he was like, did you know when they were bringing him out in Game 5 and then Game 6 and Game 7 that you were gonna have his number because you had like exposed like the Dodgers? You've seen him so many times in a 7-game series, and Strami goes, all right, boys, I have another 45 minutes. We can talk baseball.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
that was like that was our moment where like Brent Strom was like, okay, these guys,
These know what
they know what they're talking about. We can talk ball.
Yeah.
And we just sat there and talked ball and different. We obviously talked about 19. We talked about everything. So we actually got to repost that.
Dude,
podcast.
we went through like some real X's and O's type stuff with him, and then like out of nowhere he was like, guys, I got to tell you, I've been on a lot of podcasts.
That was
but you guys are like
special.
some of the most poignant, in-depth questions I've ever had in my life. And me and like,
I was cheesing,
dude, I was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what did he just say? I was like, holy shit! Like,
we got to get him back on.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
Arizona series. Or
Ron, because I came straight from the radio station, and we keep the radio station 65 degrees. It's cold in there.
You could say, hey, Alexa, play Brian Lima show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Having on Brent Strom was awesome.
Yeah.
Just for him to take the time, dude.
ball.
Like, they had played the night before till like 11:30, and
we just lost. We're down 2-1 in the World Series on the podcast. Okay, as we wrap up, we're pushing up the last 5 minutes. 3 with the Orioles. We have who's pitching tonight? We have
Hunter,
that
right?
Hunter tonight.
Yeah.
By the way,
Hunter tonight.
Arizona's coming into town September 6th through 8th.
Dude, what if we can get him?
Yeah.
What if we can get him? What if we
Get
can
Brent
get him?
Strom
How
in here for
did we get that?
I'll talk to Jen.
That's
right.
Jen
Yeah,
hooked it up.
That'd be cool. Get him in studio.
Dude, we got to make that happen.
Gotta shoot the shot. Hunter Brown tonight. Valdez tomorrow. Kikuchi Sunday. Is that Sunday night baseball? That is Sunday night
It
baseball.
is
Yeah,
Sunday
the
baseball.
I like
Astros, like,
that.
I saw a tweet a
primetime
couple days ago. Like
games.
the Astros, like next 4 out of the next 6 games are primetime games.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Before a whole month of primetime games.
Ayo.
And then the Phillies, you got a rematch for 2022, and then back home for the Bobby Witt. Why can only Bobby Witt Jr. I'm gonna get clipped for this. He's gonna have like 10 home runs at Minute Maid Park.
Great.
Why can Bobby Witt Jr. only hit in Kansas City?
The people are asking.
People are asking.
Tonight's game is on MLB Network.
Wow. Okay.
Yesterday was a not national game. Today's a national game. Sunday's a national game, and then
Junior.
and then Monday against the Phillies is also a FS1.
Yeah, they're all,
FS1.
yeah.
Look at that.
What did Caesar say?
He said, "Can we leave so and so?"
Oh, can we? Oh, yeah. He's always asking that.
Yeah, I think. Okay, 9 big games coming up. I'm happy with 5 and 4.
No.
Counterpoint. No.
How about that? How about no? 7-2.
What?
What a coward. 10-0. I mean, what are we just making
They're only
stuff
playing
up?
9 games,
Yeah.
but they're going 10-0.
Watch me. We'll
7
make
and
a
2.
doubleheader
I
in
think
there.
7-2.
10-0, 5 and 4.
6 and 3.
That's a good reality
We
number.
spread. We hit the spread. Like it's somewhere in there.
Hey, if we go 7 and 2 in this 9, the 1 seed's locked up. The 1 seed is.
Oh, I thought you were about to make
the-
another food bet.
No. I mean, honestly, I'll make a food bet with you. I'll make a
Okay.
food bet with you. We go 7 and 2.
I think you still owe me a burger.
No, I paid the burger one.
Oh yeah.
You almost had the other one that it was a Sunday
Um,
sweep that you needed.
Let's do Big City.
Okay.
And this time I'll actually, if I'm wrong, I'm not getting you a full thing, but I'll
Oh,
buy you-
okay. You don't
I
order
get-
some off the kids menu for me.
Well, because I'm betting the odds.
oh no, yeah,
is
no.
7
Okay.
and 2.
7 and 2.
If they go 7-2, you owe me a burger meal, fries included.
Okay.
If
wanna
I'm
drink?
wrong,
If
I'm wrong,
what is it? I can't do drinks.
Yeah,
Can't do drinks.
Can't do drinks.
Can't.
if I'm wrong, I'll
No drinks. I can't do drinks.
I don't know.
Oh, someone said repost the Strom interview. Okay, 100%, Kelly. We're gonna repost that.
Okay. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Okay, I'll take that.
I was gonna say I'd buy you like
And you know
a
what?
beer, but you don't.
I don't drink
now. You're scared of
Beer.
it.
I'll throw a dessert in there too if we go 7 and 2.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah.
because odds. The odds are okay. 7-2, 10-0, 5-4, 6-3.
If they go 10-0 in a 9-game stretch, then
that just means Seattle lost another game somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
It's
Okay.
from the other guys.
Mm.
Can't do drinks.
Can't do drinks. Can't do drinks.
Aim for the bushes.
All-time comedy.
Oh.
All-time
All right.
comedy.
Well, we'll be back Tuesday for some more Beyond the Diamond podcasts. Hopefully, after a good weekend of Astros baseball.
We have obviously Big City Wings. Shout out to Sam, everyone doing all their locations. A new one coming out in Kingsland area. They're still working hard to get that one turned out. Go to bigcitywings.com, find one near you. 2 for Tuesdays, Executive Nuggets Thursdays, Burger Wednesdays, Gridiron Special. Football season's back. They're opening. You see that? They're opening all the big cities at 10:30 a.m. for college football.
That's sick.
No one else is doing that in the city.
Yeah.
Like, amazing.
Dude, watching sports with a room full of people is
It's the
just a
greatest.
holy experience.
It's
We'll
the
be doing
best.
plenty of
and
Texans watch
chomping
parties.
on delicious wings. Like that's the dream.
It's the best. Absolutely the best. And then you have the details, if you want to pull it up, for the Kobe Stevens golf tournament. We also want to promote that. Obviously, Kobe Stevens.
Just
Go to
give him a minute. He's
KobeStevens.com.
arguing with somebody on Twitter.
He's fighting.
He's fighting.
He's you can go to get obviously the golf apparel, workout apparel, fishing apparel, outdoor apparel, men's line, women's line, youth line. But they're also running a pretty good special tournament. We're going to be on a team out there.
Yep.
You have those.
It's November 11th at the Northgate Country Club. It is the second annual Kobe Stevens Charity Golf Classic. It helps benefit money for Intrepid Care. Intrepid Care is a nonprofit organization created to empower veterans through nature and sports. So it's a really, really good organization. It was just established earlier this year. It helps raise money that will take veterans, service members, first responders, and their families on outdoor activities like hunting and fishing trips. It'll support sports activities as well as provide financial support. So go to birdease.com/Kobe Stevens. That's BIRDEASE.com/Kobe Stevens. And shout out to the gentleman today. Kobe texted me earlier. A gentleman went by their storefront that they just opened up last month, and he bought 19 fishing shirts, golf polos, hoodies, and 3 pairs of shorts. Came out to like 25 items that he bought from the store because he said he listens to us. So whoever did that, thank you.
Apollo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
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 All right.
Woo! Got me fired up on a
Yeah.
Friday. You know what? 10-0. I'm with you.
Yeah.
10-0. 10-0. Maybe we should start slapping each other.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
On that note, Josh, get us out of here.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond the Diamond podcast. We'll be back next Tuesday.